All right, guys. So, hello everyone. We are live again, and today I have with me Melina. So, today I'll start by getting right onto the point, like, what is in this interview for you? So guys, we all go for work, we are all professionals, we all have our own careers, but here's the fact, so whatever happened in the last 2 years in this world is pretty much like rattled the whole world, right? There was no such thing as corporate job security. The employer could pull the rug under your feet at any point, and we are always under this stress of, like, always worried about finances. There are always more bills than paychecks. So today me and Melina are just going to talk about what is in this business for you, right? What is the importance of having a second stream of income, and how can you be prepared for a time if you do not have a job, right? Because we all have families, we all have bills to pay, and we all have a life to live, right? So life shouldn't be about just going to work, coming back home, complaining about how busy or how how demanding your job is, and then scrolling on Facebook, scrolling on Instagram, watching Netflix, going to sleep, starting next day again, doing the same routine, right? Life is not just about that. Life is about a lot more stuff. So, and we, like, people like me and Melina, who are all professionals in our own fields, we realized this and we took the next step. We are the action takers. So today we are just gonna dive right into the point: what is in this business for you? So, welcome, Melina. Thank you so much for coming onto my page and doing this interview and sharing your business journey with my viewers. So, can you tell us a little bit about yourself? Why you started this business, and why? What's your why? Like, did you come into this business only because you were looking for a second stream of income, or there's more to this business for you than just making money?
Hi everyone, and thank you, Alifiya, for inviting me to your page, and thank you so much. So I'm Melina. I'm from Alberta, Canada, but originally from Kerala, India. And my why was, as you said, we are not just in this world living just to do your job, come back home, do your regular things, but we have much more to give to this world and to your family. Yes, and my why is specifically on that. I was not looking for an extra stream of income. Of course, finances are important, especially when you are living in expensive countries like Canada and
Yeah.
other Western countries. But when you work full time, the you start working, and then once you but when you see your children start growing, you will feel that you are not giving that quality time for the kids, right? Especially when they are sick or when they need us to accompany them to school for some functions or anything.
Yeah.
I was feeling that stress so much, and even to take a day off or to have those specific holidays and things like that, vacation, I was struggling because I need to find someone to replace me, or I need to find someone to pick up my shift. And I was just getting so frustrated about all those. And you need to ask your co-workers, and when you come back home, you have a lot of responsibilities after you come back from work,
Yeah.
when you are back home, right? So I
Absolutely.
thought, like, I need something which I can be with my kids, my family, and also that can generate some income. So that's the biggest why. And another thing I would say is, we all want to go back home and visit our parents, our relatives. And another why I would say is, I wish I could stay more with my parents, and at the same time have that extra income when you are there, right? Because
Yeah.
even when you are back home in India, you still have to pay your bills here, you have to still pay your mortgage, car payments and things like that.
Yeah.
So even if you have that extra 1 week or 2 weeks with our parents there, we still can have that extra income. So
Yeah.
that's also another reason I was so interested to do something online.
For
Yeah.
sure. Because yes, absolutely. Because the thing is, we always are like, on a schedule. Oh my God, I can go see my parents only for like 2 weeks or 3 weeks,
Yeah.
And if
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
go over, then I'm like, I have to forego a paycheck. Like, hello,
Mm.
I am not here to live paycheck to paycheck. I'm not
Yes.
here to like struggle for the rest of my life. And
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
definitely not here to work till the age of 65, right?
Yes.
Because at
Yes.
that point, my kids would be like, what? They would be like 30 years old. And at that point, they wouldn't want to like, go on a vacation with me. So
Mm-hmm.
this is my time to go on a vacation with my kids, right? And
Yeah.
people always tell me, oh, like, it's not about money, right? I'm like, yes, it is not about money. That's correct. Money doesn't buy happiness, but
Yeah.
money does buy comfort, right?
Yes.
And comfort eventually makes your life a little bit simpler. I know money cannot buy happiness,
No.
but
Yeah.
the time freedom that money
Mm-hmm.
brings is what is important, right?
Yeah.
Like
Yes. That's
I have
priceless.
exactly, right? I have a 7-month old at home, and I cannot even imagine having to leave him at a daycare at 1 year old and going back to work, leaving him at 6:30 in the morning and not seeing him till 6:30 in the evening, right? 12
Yeah.
hours a 1 year old is without the mother. So
Yeah.
that is something that freedom is something that this business gives you, right? it gives
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
it gives you income, it gives you time freedom, it gives you an opportunity to be with your kids, it gives you an opportunity to provide for your family, it gives you the
Mm-hmm.
freedom to travel
Yeah.
whenever
Yeah.
you want,
Yeah.
wherever you want, right? You can
Yeah.
take your
Yeah.
dream vacation, you can build your houses, you can buy the car that you want,
Yeah.
provided you work hard for it,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So
Absolutely.
there is no business in this world that can give you like certain amount of money in like day one, right? It
Yeah.
doesn't
Yeah.
happen, right? People come to me and say, what is the earning potential? And I'm like, okay, did you ever ask that at your job? Right? Did you
Yeah.
ever say that this year I'm making 80K, next year will you give me 160K? Right? Your employer would be like, sorry sir, like, and they're going to let you go. But the
Yeah.
business
Yeah.
has the potential to double, triple your income in a matter of one
Mm-hmm.
year, 2 year, 3 years, provided you do the work, you give it the dedication, and you give it the time that is really needed.
Yes. Yeah.
So that is
Absolutely.
like very, very important, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And people come and say, oh, I don't have time. I'm like, okay, you come home, you complain about how busy your day was and how crappy
Yeah.
your job is, and how like how low they are paying you. Then you spend 2 hours on Netflix, then you spend 1 hour scrolling on Instagram and Facebook reels, and then you are like, okay, I'm going to sleep because I'm tired. I'm like, you could have done so much more with those 3 hours of your life to make
Yeah.
something for the future that your future self is going to thank you for, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Yes.
So
Yes.
so that is more important. It is all
Yeah.
about the mindset, right?
Yeah.
What you
Yeah.
want
Yeah.
to do with your life when you are in your 30s, 40s, so that you don't have to struggle in your 50s and 60s.
Yeah.
So it's
Absolutely.
all about that.
Yeah. Yeah.
um so Malina,
Yeah.
any message? I know you are from India. I'm
Yeah.
from
Yeah.
India,
Yeah.
and so do you have any message for people from India? Our Indian audience out there, who always like come, they check out the business and they are like, no, maybe like I don't want to do the investment. This looks like a scam. I don't have the time to do this. People give you a long list of excuses.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
do you have any message for them?
Yeah. First of all, I would say, like, if this is a Canadian built system, so it has its own credibility. And the thing is, there is no business out there without investment. If you do that investment, you will get that result from the business. And in this business, we have that 100%. We need to pay the tax 100% for sure wherever you are in this world. And when you pay that initial trial amount of $149, you are getting a receipt in the first place. So that means that it's legal. So if you are illegal or if you are scammers, we won't be giving you any receipt. We won't be even talking live like this, showing our faces and showing our putting
Exactly.
out families out there. I know there is a lot of scams out there in India, and people are afraid about all that. But the first thing is we give you receipt. We are bringing ourselves out in the social media where hundreds and hundreds and people are watching us,
Yeah,
following us. So that's a proof that we are not scamming anyone, and that's a proof that we are doing it in a legal way. And people like us who have come to Canada from India, we did a lot of paperwork and process to come here, and we wouldn't get involved anything like this to make quick money and lose our citizenship or residency in this country, right? So
exactly,
that
right?
yeah, that would never happen because it was a struggle for us to come here, and we took a lot of pain to start our life in this countries like this. So that's one thing I would say. And if you're interested, you should check in and come and watch the webinar. And then about investment, I know for people in India it might be a little bit high, but there is nothing out there where you can get more income by investing. Like you should be investing something, otherwise you are not going to gain
Yeah,
anything. Yeah, that's all I have to say, right? You
and
have to
there
check
and there
out. Yeah.
yeah, and there is nothing out there where you can make, like, tons of money and not put in
Mm-hmm.
anything, right? There
Anything,
is,
yeah.
because if there was a business out there which can let you make a lot of money without investing anything, for sure I would be the first one doing it, right?
Yeah.
For sure, like thousands and hundreds and lakhs of people would be doing it on a daily
Yeah,
basis,
yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
any legal business will have startup cost.
Cost,
Any
yes.
legal business will have startup cost, guys, and this is
Yeah.
coming from a tax accountant. Like, I am a chartered accountant by
Oh,
profession,
okay.
and I know how important it is to for this country to, like, pay taxes, because the tax money is being used for so many things. So
Yeah.
this business, you have to pay taxes. The government
Mm-hmm.
will know that you are doing this business, so there's
This is, yeah.
no way this is illegal, this is a scam, or this is like one of those sketchy MLM schemes, or like whatever. No, guys, this is not a scam. This is not something that you're thinking about. This is a
Mm-hmm.
legit legal business. Our business
Mm-hmm.
is tax registered in 23 countries across the world. So
Yeah.
if you are in any of these 23 countries, you will pay taxes on it.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
um, and the other thing about this business is, in this business you will not be all by yourself figuring out things.
Yeah.
You
Of
will have
course. Yeah.
mentorship, you will have coaching, you will have accessibility to our 24 by 7, like, sorry, you will have a 24 by 7 access to our proven, tested and tried training system that has
Mm.
so much detail into it
Yeah.
that, like, any university or any college is gonna charge you thousands of dollars to teach you that stuff,
Yeah.
and all you're gonna get in the end is a job,
Yeah.
right? But
Yeah.
we teach you all that stuff for $149, and you get to build a business.
Yeah.
Of
Yeah.
course there are startup costs. Any business will have startup cost.
Yeah.
So for sure, this is a tax registered legal business.
Mm-hmm.
And this is why we have a trial period, right?
Yeah.
If
Yeah.
it
Of
is
course.
for you, come
Mm-hmm.
check it out. If it is not for you, take your refund and go
And yeah.
ahead and do whatever you were doing, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
But if
Of
it
course.
is for you, this is like, this will be like a gold mine, provided you put the work into it with all the
Mm-hmm.
dedication and commitment that you have.
Yeah. Yeah.
So for sure, guys, like, um do come check it out.
Yeah.
Your Nobody's gonna run away with your 149
Yeah.
dollars. You will get all the information. You can ask as many questions as you want. You will get access to our private group,
Mm-hmm.
which has real people like me and Melina, professional people, stay at home moms, truck drivers, firefighters,
Yeah.
CPAs like me, nurses, lawyers,
Teachers. Yeah. Lawyers.
engineers,
Teachers.
teachers,
Teachers. You name the
Uber
profession,
drive
we have
people who were,
everyone.
yeah,
Yeah.
people who were like driving Uber. People are like, we have students. So this business is affordable. We have designed it in a way that it is
Mhm.
affordable and doable, guys. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
definitely, like, life is not just about working 9 to 5,
Mm-hmm.
living paycheck to paycheck, not doing things that you don't yet that you always wanted to do, missing out on time with family. It is much more than that, guys. So
Yeah, yeah.
definitely, We don't know if it is for you or not, but you wouldn't
Yeah,
know until and unless you come and check it out. So
yeah, yeah,
definitely, like, come check it out, ask your questions, and we can assure you that you won't be disappointed for sure.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
It will be a great opportunity to check out.
yeah, yeah.
So any closing message from you, Malina, for your
No.
viewers and my viewers?
Yeah, the messages, like as you said, there is so much more that you can give into the world, and we all have some kind of talents and potentials, and some kind of everybody in this world has some hidden talents, some potential which we have not brought out this world because we are so busy doing other things. But this business will bring out everything in you. It will transform you to a new person, more confident person, and you will be giving more to your family, not only financially but in overall, emotionally, everything. You will
Yeah,
give the maximum to the world, to your family, and you will be a different person. That's all I can
definitely.
say, because I can see the change in myself, and I wish every mom, dad, or all anybody in this world can experience the same thing. So this business is a
Definitely.
real life changer. Yeah,
Definitely.
yeah,
All right, Malina. So thank you so much for coming over and sharing your valuable insights. It was great talking to you, and
yeah.
hope we are able to, like, change the
Inspire. Yeah,
mindset or affect the
yeah,
mindset of at least one serious person out there.
yeah,
So
yeah.
thank you
Also,
so much, and
yeah.
enjoy the rest of your weekend.
Yeah, thank you, Alifia. Thank
Thank you
you.
so
Thank you
much.
so
Bye
much. Bye
bye.
bye, everyone. Thanks.
Bye, guys.
Bye.